Jacob here with Ape Coaching. Today we're going to go over some stretching techniques and strengthening techniques for your throwing arm for baseball, football, whatever. And if you do both sides, this could also be a strength training and conditioning training just to get ready for your lifts or whatever. So first we're going to go over with a buddy. So with a friend, relax your arm. We can be either matching or we can watch, right? You look forward. When we relax your arm, if I let go, the arm should drop. If the arm doesn't drop, you're not relaxed. Okay, so when we're here, we're gonna push him, and everything we do is super slow, super controlled. We're watching intently, because if he pinches his face or looks like he's in pain, I'm gonna stop. And my buddy has to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, here, and then we ease up. Now the next time you got your stretch, now I'm gonna go halfway, and I want you to pull against me. Pull against me a little bit, and I'm gonna let you win. I'm gonna let you win. I'm not fighting it, I'm letting him pull me down slowly. Stop. And then we're gonna stretch it one more time, look forward. And once we get to the stopping point,
Stop.
we're gonna hold for about 5 to 10 seconds and we can relax. And that's the first one. Next one, we got here, relax your arm. Good. Here, and everything we do is super slow. We don't wanna wrench on him, and we're not touching the hand because we don't wanna pull the wrist. We're gonna be above the wrist, and I don't grab. I'm right here so I can tell the difference in tension. I'm holding his arm for him. He's gonna tell me when to stop.
Stop.
And then we're gonna relax it. Now you're gonna tell me when to stop again.
Stop.
Now fight me a little bit, pull it back up, real gentle, real gentle, real gentle. And remember, if we're holding the arm as the friend, we're letting them win. It's not to see who's stronger. I promise you're stronger from this angle. Let the thrower or whoever's stretching actually stretch. All right, now relax this out a little bit. How do you feel?
Good.
All right, so that's the first two. We got two more. Now we're gonna go cross body. So he's gonna step in, he's gonna go cross body, and I'm gonna grab, I'm not gonna grab, I'm gonna put my wrist above his elbow, never behind, above the elbow. And we're gonna push on his shoulder on the other side, and we're gonna collapse it. So you breathe out when I do this. And I'm gonna collapse him, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
And then we're gonna let it relax. There's no fighting here, there's just a stretch. Relax your arm. All right, breathe in, out, collapse them.
Stop.
Good. All right, now we're gonna go behind the back. When we go behind the back, we already did this motion, right? The pull motion, and then we did the retraction motion. We did the front, stretch the back and the trap with it. Now we're gonna palm down, open your hand, palm down, fingers together, and we're gonna relax your arm, right? And we're gonna sit here, and we're gonna stretch the pectoral muscle to get a full range.
Stop.
And then that one's not a fight either, just let that go. And if you don't have a buddy to do these drills, you can grab a band, and you can see I have mine marked. This is a 10-pound band. So we're here, we're gonna start, you gotta step forward, and if that's too far, step back. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you're gonna keep your body stable, and you're gonna pull forward and keep that 90 degree in your elbow. Yep, pull it all the way forward. And then you wanna, yes, accentuate, but you don't wanna shove your shoulder forward. You wanna stay even, right? So now come up slow. So if you can't keep your form in your body, you need to take a step back. There, right? Now twist, and a little bit past 90, right there. Now come back up. You can do this 5 to 10 times, and that's good, right? After that, we'll switch to the underhand grip. We'll lower underhand grip. So we'll be here, and in the underhand grip, we just want to make sure we're not using the rest of our body to pull this. So now you're going to have to hold it there yourself and come up and try to come up as high as you can. If it's too hard, take a little step back. But we want to keep that 90 degree and then keep the wrist real straight. Yep. Good, we'll do like 1 or 2 of those. And then after that, palm down. Hold. Hold. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna step forward and sideways, and then he can let the band stretch the upper pec and the shoulder, because these work together in the rotation of this. You don't need to look, you need to demonstrate, all right? You're the demonstrator today, you're not the looker, all right? So this will stretch, and we need palm down and thumb facing out so it stretches right in here, and it stretches your bicep and your forearm. If you don't stretch the bicep, forearm with the shoulder, eventually you'll start getting real bad pain right here or right here, and that motion will start hurting. All right, now step back and relax. That's good. We got those, and then crossbody, you would just stand crossbody and let it pull you, just like we did the collapsing. And then if you need more, you just step out to get more. All right, so now, say you don't have a buddy and you don't have a band, right? How could you do this? You don't necessarily need a dumbbell. You could use a sandbag, anything with a little bit of weight on it. Tristan, go ahead and lay down with your head this way. Head this way. Yep. And now this I'd say is best for beginners because there's no worry, there's no stress. I use a little 5-pound dumbbell because the dumbbell stays off the ground, so you don't have to have a super lot of crazy mobility. The dumbbell's on the ground. Is it squishing your hand?
No.
Right. So there's no tension, no stress right here. Close, and make sure you're in the middle. Scoot over. Yep. So now all he's gonna do is arm at a 45-degree angle. That way. 45-degree angle, because you want to stabilize your shoulder blades in the back. So now you're gonna keep everything flat. You're gonna tighten your core as you do it a little bit, and you're gonna slowly pick up. Keeping that 90. You're gonna stop here, and you're gonna go down. Keep that 90, the best you can. Now come up, and come back down. And then one more. And then we're gonna come up slowly, slowly. Now we're gonna come back the other way. And because of the weights, keeping your hand off the bottom of the ground is a very good beginner technique to keep yourself from overstretching your arm on accident. And then if you lay on your side, scoot towards me. Yep, lay on your side. There's 2 ways to do this. Push yourself up on your elbow. Up, yep, like that. And if you keep this right here, this is beginner keeping your hips down on the ground. And you're gonna hold here. And you're gonna keep that 90 degree. And you're gonna rotate, you're gonna keep to your belly button. And you're gonna rotate up. Nope, not your hips, your arm. You're doing shoulder drills. There, perfect, perfect. Now come back down nice and slow. Now, just like Tristan was doing, I have him do this anyway, so he's ready. If you pick your hips up and keep a perfect angle, keep your head in alignment with your body, right? Now do it. This is an advanced technique because you're working your core and stabilizing your whole body, right? Now set the weight down. But if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna and now put your hand on your belly button, and now come up. If you're gonna be like this, you need to make sure this right angle right here, your shoulder, your elbow needs to be directly underneath your shoulder. Right? Because if you kick it out, it's too much pressure, and if it's too far in, it's too much pressure. It needs to be complete straight line down and a 90-degree angle with the head in alignment of your body and your hips rolled forward. This is an advanced technique and it's super hard to do. So I'd say for beginning, drop your hip down, keep that technique, but stay hip down and you're working on shoulder focus. And that's all I have for you today. Remember, growth starts at failure and we're always training to get better.